Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tales of Three, an all-queer, narrative-driven D&D podcast where your three GMs are also your three PCs. My name is Dusty, my pronouns are they, she, and I play Ivy Nightbreeze Tinkerfay, whose pronouns are she, her. And lately, I have been haunting all of my friends with the same image of a possum.
You have.
It's everywhere we go.
I chose the word haunting on purpose.
I can't open any page or OneNote. Hi, my name is Wayra.
And I'm crying.
Hello, everyone. My name is Wayra. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Véres, whose pronouns are he, they. And I am eternally haunted by the possums. I'm also stuck to my chair.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ariana. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Elara Spindlespark, whose pronouns are also she, her. And I'm excited for you all to listen to this episode because it's funny.
It's funny.
A note regarding content warnings. This campaign is a dark fantasy that deals consistently with topics of body horror, complicated relationship dynamics, emotional distress, fantasy violence, gore, mechanized spiders, mental health and illness, profanity, and romantic and sexual relationships. A full list of episode-specific content warnings can always be found in the show notes of each episode. Last time, after a rather difficult battle with some bats, Ivy healed Elara much to the others' shock and surprise. Before they got into the implications of healing magic, they found Ash running from their captor. Back in the gift shop, Ash explained feeling compelled to follow a path and coming to next to a hole in the ground. They also explained this intense humming of their skin, which Ivy and Véres recognized as a high magic area. Soon after, Zath arrived, and after a tense conversation between himself and the tour guides, he took Ash back to the inn. The three went back into the tunnels and followed the path behind the bookcase that led them to a break room, and Véres picked a lock to a room in which Ivy entered and felt that strange hum of magic in the air. Elara kept watch as Véres found another tunnel, but before the group could look further, Jennifer arrived with two guards, one of whom tried to physically escort Elara out, which prompted Ivy to reveal that she could teleport. After being escorted out, they headed back to the inn where Véres had a heart-to-heart with Zath, and Elara learned more about Ivy's parents while trying to carve runes into a gem. Véres returned to Alara's room, and they decided to head back to the tunnels together, with Véres reluctantly agreeing to bring the other two along. We pick up now with Ivy sending Bia to keep an eye on Véres.
Yeah, so the camera swings over. It follows down the length of the hall and zeroes in on a purple little pseudo-dragon very loudly cleaning her wings. Like making that noise that a cat does when it's like chewing on itself.
I think Véres is like mid-packing something when he hears this sound. And he just tries to hold in a laugh and cracks the door open just to check to see if it's actually Bia.
He watches, as he opens the door, he watches as Bia stops and quickly turns to look at him with wide eyes.
He just smirks and he's like, he opens the door more. He's like, did you want to come in?
She hesitates a moment, looks down the hall, and then trots inside.
Yeah, he just passed the bed and goes and sits down at the desk and starts writing something.
Bia hops up onto the bed, curls up, and watches him. But as a little bit of time passes, her eyes start to droop, and she falls asleep.
He listens and turns when he starts hearing the snoring.
The telltale snoring, yeah.
Yeah, because I think Bia snores, right?
Oh yeah. Like an animal.
I think when Véres realizes that Bia's asleep, he just smirks and is like, this is all too easy. And we pan back up the hall to Ivy and Elara. What are you two up to?
So Ivy comes back in after changing, and she's wearing her Lala Limus or whatever the fuck they call it.
Lala Limus, yeah.
And just a long sleeve shirt. She's holding her backpack in her hand. She's like, should we go sans backpack? Because I think this makes a lot of noise.
Oh, Elara has on black leggings and just a black V-neck t-shirt. I think she just shrugs her jacket on and puts her hood up. And she goes, well, I was gonna wear my my jacket. If you want to like throw all your stuff in it, you can. I won't like run away or steal it.
Ivy takes a wand out of her backpack and just kind of like tucks it into her boot, and then she just crams her whole pack into Elara's pockets.
Cool wand.
Thank you.
So you just are. You know what? We can talk about it later. What do we do? Do we just wait?
Yes, Bia should tell me when Véres is on the move.
I think Elara sits at the edge of the bed and like just like puts her like elbow on the windowsill and she's just like looking out the window.
I think she takes out a book from her backpack and starts flipping through it, but like holding it in a way that Elara can't see what's in the book.
Elara's not even looking in Ivy's direction.
A bit of time passes and you're like, fuck, after like enough time where you're like, fuck, maybe he actually is getting ready for bed.
Sleeping.
Maybe he is sleeping.
They stay up all night and they take a level of exhaustion.
Like 15 minutes pass and Elara, can you make a perception check for me?
Oh, 18. I got an 18.
Elara, as you're like looking at the window, you see a flash in the darkness of a familiar head of pink hair heading out of town at a brisk pace.
She like does that thing where like she looks at him and like doesn't process it for a second, and then Ivy, you just like see Elara jump and she goes, Ivy.
What?
I think Bia is not doing her job because I'm pretty sure I saw Véres walking out there, and like she's pointing out the window.
No, Bia would and you watch as her eyes glaze over a bit. She goes, God damn it. Okay, yeah, Bia's sleeping.
Nice.
Yeah, I think you see her eyes glaze over again, and you just hear from Véres' bedroom.
You might want to go on lockpick his bedroom door.
Did you lock Bia in?
He would not leave his bedroom unlocked. There's no way. Oh, maybe he put her out in the hall in a little bundle.
He put a cushion out there.
Yeah. You just see a small like square pillow in a corner in the hallway, so she's not in the way, and Bia's just chilling.
Yeah, so out in the hallway you hear and I assume we both run out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see Bia shaking the sleep off of her.
We would like to follow Véres, I guess.
Awesome. Are you doing it obviously stealthily?
Stealthily.
Did we get out the door? Do we see him still?
You see him in the distance, yeah. He's walking to an alley to try to be a little discreet in his movements.
Elara's like, okay, let's be quiet.
Time to be sneaky.
Let's go. And she like whisper yells.
Let's go.
We go.
Make a stealth check.
It's a 6.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh, I should probably roll for Bia.
Bia!
Bia got a 19.
Bia is so stealthy.
Bia melds into the shadows.
While Ivy and Bia are being fairly stealthy, Elara, you on the other hand are kicking up a lot.
Clanking away.
Oh, just click-clacking away.
Elara's just so excited to be stealthing that she like forgets that she's stealthing, you know?
Oh, Elara.
She's on her own little adventure.
Do you guys run to the alley, or are you going down the main road towards the...
No, we're following.
Yeah, we're following him.
Okay.
This is a mission.
This is a mission?
This is Ivy and Elara's special mission.
Yes.
Awesome.
We're doing great, thank you very much.
Elara goes, okay, listen. Just stick to the shadows and use the alleyway, and the moon is casting shadows. Use the moon and the shadows and like slip into them. You know? The dark clothing will...
Like this? And she does.
Yes! Really great.
Véres just sees Elara talking to herself.
You see Véres turn down a sharp turn down another alleyway.
Come on, Ivy, come on, get out of the shadow.
They hurry up after.
She like walks.
Yeah.
Oh, and Elara is like hopping from shadow to shadow, you know? She's doing like Mission Impossible, like dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Make another stealth check.
Natural 1.
Elara,
19.
I think Elara is humming the Mission Impossible.
Bia got a 4.
Nice.
Véres just made his perception check, so he sees both of you, especially Elara. Because Elara, you're walking and you're just ninjing through the shadows. You're not paying attention to where your feet are going.
Yeah, I'm playing like hopscotch.
You trip over a drainage pipe.
Oh.
And you eat shit.
Ouch.
You take 5 damage.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. No, I'm kidding. You don't take any damage. You just slide a little bit into the dirt.
She does like the surfer.
Elara,
Yes!
are you okay?
I almost fell. But I caught
see that. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I caught myself.
Those two can't see it, but for the listeners, Véres is smiling a little bit to himself, trying not to laugh.
Elara's standing there with like her arms.
Bia is chittering, flying above you. Like so nervous for you.
She goes, just be careful. This is a really trickery. Just be careful.
Sure.
It's a really tricky. It's tricky to say and it's tricky to do. Just go slow over this spot because there's a drainage pipe. Oh my gods. What if this drainage pipe just leads right down to where we need to go? And we could like get down there that way.
That would be wild.
It would be. It's probably not true.
It's probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
She like straightens up and she hops into another shadow.
Awesome. Make another stealth check.
For why? Véres sees them.
Well, we know. You've seen Elara from the get-go.
Natural 1. I'm not kidding. I swear to God.
I rolled a 13. Bia rolls an 8.
Awesome. Okay. You guys feel like you're so stealthy. You think you blend into the shadows. You're gone.
She turns around. She goes, Ivy.
We're doing it.
I can't even see you.
I can't see you either.
I feel like we're getting better at this every time we go further.
I know.
Like we're learning from our mistakes, you know? You dodged that sewer grate so good. Like so well.
It was I was so proud of myself.
Yeah. You didn't even make a noise as you jumped it.
I did a little bit, but it wasn't loud.
I didn't hear it.
Up ahead, you see Véres make it to the gate and crouch down and start picking at the lock.
Okay, this is the tricky part. Because now we're getting out into like the open area, right?
Not as many shadows.
If you were like a super sneak spy, what would you do? How would you approach this situation? Because I know, I just want to make sure that you know how to, you know?
I would, if I did this for a living, and I had the ability to, I would turn into like a rat or something.
Oh, can you do that? Because I can't,
I think we should try and find more shadows.
Okay, do we see any shadows?
No.
Shadows.
There are none, really.
Damn.
It's kind of like an open, like a dead shot across.
Okay. I think we
have to run.
We need to tiptoe.
No, we need to
Need to
tiptoe.
tiptoe.
Okay, we just go.
Just go. Yeah. They're very quiet.
Wait.
What else? She comes back.
With a 24, Véres breaks into the gate easily, and it swings open. He gently closes it.
Oh, we need
and
to go.
puts the lock back over.
God
Doesn't
damn it.
close it.
Are we
God.
gonna right? Oh, he locked it. Okay.
It looks like he did.
We need to go.
My question was, anyway, are we gonna follow? When are we gonna be like big reveal, you know? Or is this just like our new thing now?
We're at the time when he needs it most.
Okay.
So you folks watch as Véres gets to the gate and immediately slides into behind like a very smooth, like he's done this a million times. He slides behind a bush and you watch as a guard
Elara goes, oh.
walks past.
Elara throws herself up against the building.
Ivy ducks. And she's like, that was a 10 out of 10 slide. That was.
We should have asked them how to do this. More so than us. You know, like, that was a good.
No, I think we're doing great. We're doing great.
Okay. Yeah, I think so.
They totally don't know we're here.
No. And if Véres locked, I can pick a lock, so we can do this. You keep a watch.
All right.
And then I can pick it.
Bia and I will keep watch.
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Does it look safe to go? Is the guard gone?
Yeah, you watch as the guard walks around the disappears out of sight. Véres doesn't move from their spot, though.
Okay.
He stays there until the guard comes back around.
Oh, wow, we didn't. Did we wait? Did we wait that long?
Yeah, I think we're gonna wait until Véres goes.
Okay.
Cool. Once he does this and the guard goes past again, then he gets up and he moves again.
Okay. The time is now. The
All right.
time is nigh.
She's upon us.
I feel like spies talk like that. Yeah, okay. You keep a
I don't think so, but okay.
watch and I'm gonna pick the lock.
Okay.
She takes out like a Swiss Army. It looks like a Swiss Army knife.
Do you run across the opening to the
yes.
gate? Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
Okay.
That is a...
That was a 16.
14.
Awesome. So as you two are, Ivy, you're crouching down to keep a watch for Elara. And Bea is taking position as well. Elara, you look at the lock with your tools out in hand. It is not locked. It is giving the illusion that it is. He just
Ivy!
kind of
What?
closed it back in position. Didn't click it shut.
Ivy!
What?
I just unlocked this so fast. Let's go.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah!
All right.
I'm pretty good with this.
All right.
We open it and we go.
Perfect. How do you open it? How do you open it?
Quietly.
Okay. Awesome. Good choice.
No, she fucking throws it open.
Just smacks it against the
Honey,
brick.
I'm home.
I'm here.
You open the gate. Do you put it back where it was?
Yeah. I don't lock it though. I do the same thing Véres did.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
And I go, Ivy, I didn't lock it. I just made it look like we locked it. So if anyone sees it, then they will think it's locked. But if we have to make a quick escape, we just know it's not locked, okay?
That's such a good idea.
Thank you.
I love you both so much.
9.
An 18 plus 6.
Nice. 24.
Elara, you don't see shit. You're like, oh hey. You watch as Véres disappears down into the building, like into the entryway.
He's so sneaky.
Takes a moment, actually. He stands there, takes a deep breath, and goes in. And he's like, just gets right by.
See, we have to be here. He was hyping himself up to do this alone.
Yes.
Ivy, you hear footsteps approaching.
She grabs Elara's arm and ducks him into a shadow.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, that's a 12 with disadvantage. No, I got more than that. That's a 13. Lucky 13.
Did you roll for Bea?
Natural 20. Natural 20. Come on. We're middling right now.
Really funny, actually.
We need it.
No, but she did roll a 19 plus 2, so 21.
Hey.
Okay. You guys duck behind. Do you duck to the same spot that Véres was?
Mm-hmm.
Or different?
But we're inside now.
No, you just got through the gate. You're outside.
Oh, then yeah. 100% the same spot. Ivy ducks him into the same spot.
You rustle the leaves a little bit, and the person, you hear them go, hey, I think I heard something.
No, you didn't. No, I'm just kidding.
They start walking towards you. You hear the footsteps approaching. And then behind them, you hear the creak of metal towards the entrance of the building. And they turn around. They're like, what was that? And instead of going to you, they head off towards the building.
Laura lets out a breath that she was holding.
And you folks, you watch them disappear around the corner the same way Véres just went.
Okay, let's go. Now's our chance.
All right, let's go.
We run quietly. We quiet run.
Quiet, stealthy run.
Mm-hmm.
As you're walking in, you hear you hear a sharp thud and a cry of surprise.
From where?
From further in.
Elara, be careful. I think the bats are back.
And then another.
Oh no. Do you think the bats are getting Véres?
Is Véres murdering?
Yes. 100% Véres is killing this guard.
It doesn't, the bats were making like weird squeaky noises.
Maybe they wised up.
And not made those noises now?
I didn't know.
Okay,
I didn't know what magical weird bats are doing.
we should probably, should we run in or should we still be quiet? And maybe we should still be quiet because then we can get like the jump.
We can get the jump on them, yes.
Okay,
All right.
let's go.
Are you going sneakily?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask that you guys make another stealth check.
you can ask.
Mm-hmm.
8.
21 for Ivy and a 17 for Bia.
Nice.
Okay. Make a perception check, both of you.
5.
Ivy got a nat 1. 10. Bia got a 10.
So you folks continue into the building, going as sneakily as you can. You think you're doing pretty well, actually.
Yeah, we are.
You're being very cautious, looking around. And then the only problem is that you don't look down. And the both of you, Elara, you trip, but you catch yourself. Ivy, however, trips over something and falls into the dirt. Actually, partially in the dirt. The other partial part of that is on a pair of legs.
Oh, fuck.
Is it, whose legs is it?
You see,
Do I recognize those legs?
Ooh, leg eye.
you see two pairs of legs there, tied together and leaning against each other are the guards that were walking around.
Are they alive?
Do you want to check? Make a medicine check.
I better start rolling better today. That's a 7.
Okay.
Ivy don't got shit to medicine.
All right, how are you checking to see if they're alive?
I'll check their pulses probably.
You can't find a pulse.
Okay. Are there any obvious wounds?
No, and they are both gagged.
Are you gonna say gay?
They're gay.
And they are both gay. So I would have
They
been like,
are.
okay.
Homosexual.
They're
It's gonna be
definitely
like,
gay.
I don't really know how that helps me, but thank you
They're
for
both-
like the
They're both
representation.
gagged.
Okay.
In your head, you don't think it makes sense that somebody would gag a dead person.
Elara goes, you don't gag dead people. You know, it's just so much extra work. They're
right.
alive. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is fine. This is fine.
I don't think the bats did this.
No. Oh no. Did you think, was that your...
It's a very astute observation.
Oh, hey.
The fuck?
You see, walking out of the dark is Véres with her hair tied up in a bun in a form-fitting, kind of like sleeve cut off black turtleneck, black cargo pants, some sort of like harness on, and weapons strapped pretty well. They also have black gloves on, and they just kind of like cock an eyebrow at you two. Like, I've known you two were following me the entire time, just so you're aware.
No, you didn't.
If you two are going to join me, he gestures to their attire and says, and I assume that was your intention, you need to listen.
To what? You're not saying anything. You're just looking at us disappointedly.
Just
Elara like smacks Ivy. She goes,
She's still on the ground.
she like boots Ivy.
I just envision you like twitching your hand at your side and it smacks Ivy upside the head.
She goes, shh, they're being this like serious talk, you know? Look at the whole... She like gestures with her hand. The whole like demeanor is very like...
Oh, I thought you were talking about the outfit. The outfit looks like...
Well, it's way better than ours, like, honestly.
100%. Like, Véres does this for a living.
I didn't even think about wearing gloves.
Maybe, are you a rogue?
he picks up the scythe that's leaning against the wall and puts it over his back. Do I look like a rogue to you?
Right now, a little bit.
Yeah. Just with the fuck all scythe.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Are these people alive?
Shh.
Okay.
Yes, these two are alive. Don't wake them up.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, they're sleeping. Okay. Honestly, I don't really know if they're going to wake up considering I just headbutted one in the dick.
Oh, he looks at the guy sympathetically.
I think we're pretty okay with them not waking up at this point.
It's like, oh, I might have hit them a little harder than I meant.
And I hit them hard there, too. So it just maybe propelled them to another stage of sleep.
Ivy, are you gonna stand up or are you gonna stay down there?
Dude, are you just going to stay in the lap, or...?
No, I'm getting up. I'm getting up. She stands.
It's like, I don't know if there's more people around here, so keep your voices down
Okay.
and try to be
Okay.
sneaky, I suppose.
We
are
I mean,
sneaky.
we got so much practice before.
We're so sneaky.
They shake their head.
If you saw, if you really saw everything, then what were some cool things that me and Ivy did while we were sneaking?
I mean, you ate shit in the middle of the alleyway.
She did not eat shit. She almost ate shit. There was a complete difference.
It's like he just kind of chuckles, like quietly chuckles, and he goes, "I won't give you credit there. You noticed the log,
Yeah.
and you dove behind a bush."
Mm-hmm. I did a cool slide too. That was like the whole highlight of the thing. You didn't even mention that part.
It really was. It was a cool slide.
Sorry, I wasn't. Forgive me for not paying attention. I was too busy making noise to draw their attention.
But Elara unlocked the gate so quickly.
I
and
did.
It had the bright decision to make it look like it's still locked.
She sure did.
Thank you both. Thanks.
It was so great.
He looks at you, Elara.
She nods.
Cocks an eyebrow.
She's nodding and smiling. She's like, don't you fucking take this away from me.
He doesn't say a damn word.
The bitchy lesbian thinks I'm cool, please.
He's like,
I'm making new friends.
If you're going to follow me, you're going to listen to what I tell you to do.
Okay.
All right.
You're going to be quiet. And you're going to be safe. If I tell you to go back, you're going back. He looks at Bia. He's like, you betrayed me.
Actually, no, she didn't. She fell asleep.
She actually helped your case, to be completely honest.
Okay.
I saw you walking out of the alleyway, Mr. Stealth Man. Maybe you should have covered your pink hair.
Right you are.
A little tip from the Sneaky Sneaks.
Is that natural?
Do you want to find out? He just looks at you weird.
I mean, I guess if we stay partying like as a party long enough, I'll see more growth in your hair.
Yes, Ivy, it's natural.
That's all you had to say.
He's very like
pent up energy.
I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you later. It's fine.
It's very pent up.
It's very like business, like, serious.
He puts his hands on his hips and looks down. And
do you think he stores that scythe up his ass?
He's trying really hard not to get mad.
Okay.
He adjusts the strap to the sheath of the sword, just listening to you both talk.
Okay, listen, we're gonna be really serious,
I'm serious.
It's just I'm nervous because we're going into a really dangerous situation, and I make jokes when I get nervous sometimes because it's like a better thing than just being like scared or like crying or something like that,
You don't have to come.
Shh, it's fine.
We're here.
We're committed. Like we're so
committed.
Look, do you see our outfits? Honestly,
these are the sneakiest outfits.
Those are Lululalas. So.
I'm sorry, you're wearing designer no, never mind.
It's all she had.
They're just clothes. They're just clothes. I don't understand. What is the difference? They're just clothes. They're very comfortable.
They're expensive.
Véres turns around and starts walking away.
What could they cost? Like 10 gold? They follow.
The three of you begin to traverse this tunnel. Very stealthily, very quietly, very sneakily. Can I have a marching order, please?
Véres in front.
I was going to say, apparently it's Véres and then Ivy and Elara talking side by side.
That's fair. Véres is leading the way, so where is Véres going?
Véres is going to head down towards the break room.
Okay. So back where we were before?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you all are going quiet.
Yes, sneaky.
So
stealth,
I need
please.
Stealth checks.
Ooh. 22.
Nice! I got an 11 with disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Which is really good for me.
17 for Ivy. And a 19 for Bia.
Nice. Okay. Véres's stern talking to really instilled some stealth into the party.
Specifically Bia, apparently.
He's like, this is my new best buddy. I can't disappoint.
Aw. You make your way to the overlook. You turn. You go back down the other pathway. And without any trouble, you find your way back to the area that leads into the break room. So from the tunnel, there's a door that leads into a room. And then on the other end of the room is like a little hallway that leads into the break room. So you're at the door that leads into kind of like I don't know if a vestibule is like the right word for it, And you remember when you were kind of being escorted out, because that's where Jennifer came through with the guards and then escorted you back out through.
Mm-hmm.
This room does have, on the left side, it had like a hutch and like a desk kind of pushed back into an alcove. And then like on the opposite side, it had like 2 chairs. And then you could walk past it into the break room. But you are right now at the door to that little area.
Checking for traps, please.
Checking for traps. Checking for traps.
And I will say you're starting to feel like the faint hum of energy on your skin.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. Véres kind of crouches down and starts like looking along the edges and seeing if there's any wires or mechanisms or powders, anything at all. 19 total.
Nice. You search it pretty thoroughly and you feel confident that it's not trapped.
Is it locked?
No.
Okay. He just stands up and opens the door. He's gonna lean against the door so he can like just peer in as he opens it slowly.
Yeah.
So he gestures for Ivy and Elara to get behind him against the wall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he eases the door open.
Make a perception check.
Make a perception check.
18.
The room seems empty. It's as you remember it. And then you look straight across and you see their little hallway. It's about 10 feet long, and the door is closed to the break room.
Okay, he doesn't see anything trappy inside.
As far as you can tell, no.
Cool. He's gonna go in.
So the 3 of you walk into this room.
Immediately die.
And it immediately
Combust.
It immediately explodes. Now, what would you like to do next?
Look around, I guess.
No, I think he's gonna investigate the wall or just see if he can find any other doors.
Okay. Do you like verbalize that to the others, or do you like do like a...
Yeah, it's going to be like, I think I'm going to feel on the wall for any hidden pathways or hidden doors.
Okay, I'll check the, this little hutch and thing over here. Everyone can make investigation checks. Is Ivy looking for anything specific, or are you keeping watch, or...
Ivy's gonna see if she can start feeling when the vibrations get stronger. You said investigation?
For that, that's going to be... I think that's going to be like a perception.
Whoa, awesome. That is a 25 then.
So, Ivy, you remember that the feeling felt strongest to you as you were walking, like as you were in that room that had the artifacts. So as you kind of take a couple of steps, like literally every step you take towards the door that leads to the break room, the feeling kind of gets a little bit stronger. Véres, what did you roll?
17.
So you feel along the walls and you're kind of pushing in. You're trying to see if there's any like weak spots for hidden paths and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you take your time and you do a pretty thorough like investigation, and nothing comes from it. And you turn around and you see Elara is like on the floor underneath the desk, and with a 22 on her investigation, you see her start like digging some dirt out.
Nice. Get it, Elara.
And she goes, like whispering, "Friends?"
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
And she like gestures for you to come over. And she taps her goggles and they shine light, but she like directs them like into the space where she was digging out, not like around the room. Do you all kind of get in there?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3 of you look and you see it looks like a slide almost. It's a pathway down. You don't see any footholds or handholds. It literally looks like a slide down. It's not a straight drop, but it is on an incline enough that if you were to put something or someone or yourselves there, you could slide down.
Huh. Ivy goes over to it and she goes, so this looks like it's here for a reason.
I would think so. Well, we can go into the break room. I mean, there was that place that you found before the guards came.
Oh, the one behind the chair?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Good to know this is here, though, in case there's no other option.
But why would there be like a slide?
Just slide down.
Do you think they're like having a good time? Cultists need to have fun too.
Cultists just want to have fun.
I don't know if you want to know the answer to that, Elara. If he looks around, is there like nail marks or like anything to denote that maybe this is used for nefarious purposes, or is it literally just a fun slide for the cultists? Is there blood?
Make an investigation?
Perceptigation check.
A
Make a
perceptigation?
perceptigation check.
Sure, I'll make perceptigation. Do I combine the two or just pick one?
Pick one.
You
Damn.
add it all together.
Okay, yeah. If I were to add that all together, it would be obnoxious. So
222.
it is a 16.
I think Elara moves out of the way and you get a little bit closer, and there are patches of dirt that where it's like darker. It looks like there's probably some blood like seeped into the dirt of this chute.
Cool. He looks at it, nods quietly, and gets up and backs away.
Did you find anything?
I don't know if you want to know, to be honest.
I want to know.
Whoever goes down here is injured.
Oh.
There's a lot of blood staining.
Okay. To the next room.
Gonna check again for traps.
Investigation.
Investigation. And that is a 15.
So you look at you kind of search again and you don't see any traps, but you do realize this door is locked.
Okay. There's no room in the hall to like maneuver, yeah?
It's like a 5 foot.
Yeah.
It's a narrow hallway.
He's gonna pick the lock.
Well, I'll say 10 foot. 5 foot is like, no. Really small.
Mm-hmm. That's 25.
Damn.
Yeah.
You take your thieves' tools and you fit them into the lock and you maneuver the tools around until you hear that familiar click. I don't know how lockpicking works.
Oh, that's pretty much it.
And very quickly and very quietly, you manage to pick this lock. You can open the door if you want to.
Awesome. He's gonna do the same thing he did before and just kind of crack it open to peer through.
Perception.
No, he's gonna do all that work just to leave it. He's not gonna open the door.
I think he gestures to Ivy to come closer but quietly.
She walks forward and looks inside. Because I'm assuming you didn't roll great for perception.
No, I did not. It's a 9 total for Véres.
That is a nat 20.
Damn!
Wasted.
For a total of?
For a total of 26.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
You are super confident, Ivy, that there is nobody in the room. Not only in this room, but in the next room as well.
I think we're good. And she just pulls the door open.
And you are good. You throw the door open you pull the door open and there's no one in there. You are now in the break room where you know that there is a passageway to your left, which upon your previous investigation, you were assuming is where Ash made their climb or made their escape out of that tunnel.
Okay, it's just like a straight plummet.
Do you go to look at it?
Yeah.
You get down and you look through and it looks like there's just a little section that you have to kind of squeeze through, but then it opens up into like a tunnel that you can walk through.
It's dark, right?
It's dark, yeah.
Okay. I think we can squeeze through here and we should be able to walk through afterwards.
I think Ivy looks at the hole and then looks at the two of them and she goes, you know, when I was here last, there was a very high concentration of the humming in that room over there. That's where I was when Jennifer came through. I think we should check it out. There might be a portal in the break room.
Okay.
Sure.
So you go into that room.
Mm-hmm. Is it unlocked?
That room is not unlocked. So you walk up to the door.
Oh, how did Ivy see into the other room?
She didn't see, she just felt. She felt it.
The vibes.
She listened with her ears.
In the aura.
Yeah.
Cool.
She doesn't hear, there's not a sound.
He gestures to the door and says, Elara, did you want to check for traps?
I'll
show you how.
Okay.
And he crouches down and like shows Elara what to look for. He says, you're looking for any sort of powder residue, a shimmer of some sort, denoting arcane, perhaps wires or signs of a mechanism.
Okay. Can I have advantage?
Yes, it's a help action.
Okay. 21.
Nice.
I think with Véres' help, Elara looks around the door and she notices that the doorknob is like glimmering, it seems, with kind of like a magical essence like Véres had just described. And I think she points it out and she goes, Is this kind of like what you were talking about?
They nod. That is some sort of arcane trigger, I assume. Is there like a room that we can sabotage, or?
I think that with Elara's help, you see on the the backside of the doorknob, you see around it, there seems to be an arcane sigil. You can make an Arcana check if you would like to try to...
Yeah, I'd love to.
Like, deactivate it.
It's 23.
You look at the sigil on the back of the doorknob, and you know that the only way to get rid of it is to dispel magic.
It's like, hate to rain on the parade again, but if we cannot get into this room without a dispel magic spell.
Elara looks at Ivy.
I don't know how to do that. What makes you think I know how to do that?
Well, I don't know. You tucked a wand into your boot before.
That doesn't mean anything.
It means magic.
I don't know dispel magic.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't either, so... And
Mr. Rogue over here totally doesn't.
Well, I guess maybe let's see what's the other way. Or, I don't know, what happens if we touch the knob?
What would happen if I punched a hole through the door itself?
I don't know. Did he, on the Arcana check, did he get a sense as to, like, what it is?
You know that because you need to dispel magic, it's a high-level spell that's set to detonate when you touch the doorknob.
So, I don't really know what it does. All I know is it's a higher-level spell that is set to go off when someone touches the doorknob.
If I punch a hole through the door, that's not touching the doorknob.
Are you strong enough to punch a hole through a door?
I feel like you're gonna break your hand if you do that.
I didn't mean actually put my fist through it. I meant metaphorically with a spell or a chair.
Oh, I mean...
Or a scythe, maybe?
Okay, but also, do we really want to be making that much noise?
No. We can check it out on the way out.
Ivy, this is sneaky sneaks. Maybe there's another way in through a tunnel, because this place is crawling with tunnels. People are crawling through tunnels a lot down here. So
gross.
He just nods. It's like, I'm going to go first. Who would like to take up the end?
Bia raises her claw.
All right, Bia, I'm entrusting you to keep a watch behind us then.
Bia salutes.
Very good.
I think it should be Véres, Elara, and Ivy, because if Bia fails, at least Ivy can try to perceive.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so you shimmy your way through, and it is, as you said, as soon as you push your way past, you can actually stand up. Véres, you do have to kind of duck a little bit. It's not quite tall enough for you to kind of walk straight, but it is tall enough for the three of you to walk and for Bia to fly. It's a tunnel, narrow passageway, dark, but you have your dark vision. I would like another group stealth check, please. Lucky 13.
18.
Dirty 20. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. And then a 10 for Bia.
I think that Véres and Ivy, as per usual, pretty quiet, stealthing along. Elara makes a couple of jingle jangles as she walks, and Bia, every once in a while, is kind of chittering to herself.
100.
You walk through the tunnel. Passive perceptions, you don't see anything coming from behind Ivy and Bia, and Véres, you don't see anything coming from the front. After about 2 or 3 minutes, Véres, you start to see up ahead, it looks like there is a smaller exit. So the ground gets a little bit low, the ceiling gets a little bit lower.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have to basically duck to half your height to get out. And I will note again, as you all are walking, that humming on your skin is getting stronger and stronger.
I think Véres smiles softly to himself at the feeling. It's nice. It's a good feeling to him. There's only this one exit
that you can see straight ahead.
I think he's gonna check for if there's any others.
Okay, make an investigation.
14.
You look around, and you maybe feel around on the wall, and you don't see any other exits or pathways, just the one straight ahead.
He goes, try to get through here as quietly as you can. I'm not sure what's on the other side. Can he see through?
Mm-hmm. You approach quietly, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
You go by yourself, or do you bring them with you?
I think he's gonna go by himself.
Okay. So, make a stealth check. Elara waits.
19.
So you quietly make your way up to the part where it gets the lowest, and you kind of crouch down, and you look out, and it opens up into a big room, a circular room with packed dirt, and you can see about 30 feet ahead of you, it looks like there's a hole in the ground.
Does he see anything else?
Make a perception check.
18.
It's a big old empty room.
No, he's gonna back up. And he looks at them and goes, so it opens up into a massive circular room. There's a hole in the very center. I don't see anyone else in there. Just be quiet though, just in case.
That's concerning.
I agree. I think we've been a little too lucky so far.
Ivy nods.
So you all exit into this big room.
Mm-hmm.
And there's literally nothing. It's packed dirt on the floor. It's packed dirt on the walls. And there is you get closer to the hole, I assume?
Yeah, carefully.
There is a hole that has been, it's not a sinkhole. It's not a naturally occurring hole. It is a very well packed, carved hole in the ground.
Like a reinforced?
Yeah, like person made.
Oh, okay.
And you look down and it's just dark down there. You can't see. Elara looks down the hole as well. And Ivy, as you get closer to it, you, without a doubt, at this point, the way that your body feels, this feels the same way you felt when you were going through the portal. And the stronger it gets, the more the feeling matches. It's like you're getting closer to it, and your body is feeling more and more similar to that moment before you step through the portal.
So I think she looks down into the hole and she goes, there's definitely a portal here.
Well, that's unsettling.
Can I feel like it's like one of those things where it's like as big as the Feywild portal, or you know what I mean?
Yes, what kind of check would you think that would be?
Arcana.
Okay. That's a 16.
With a 16, you are sure that there is a portal. And I think you know that it's not bigger than the one that you went through.
Okay.
But other than that, you really are not 100% sure.
Okay.
I think Elara takes out maybe like a quarter-sized rock out of her pocket. And she takes out her tools. And you watch her like quickly finish a rune on the rock, and it lights up and with a light in like a 5-foot radius. And she looks at the both of you and she goes, I can toss this down and see if we can see the bottom.
What if something's down there and sees it?
Make perception checks to see if you hear anything, if you want to.
21.
Well, I got a 10.
15.
It's quiet. You don't hear anything, Ivy, coming from below.
She goes, all right. Bombs away, I guess?
I mean, I also, are we intending to go down there? Is that like to go closer to what the source of whatever's happening is?
I believe so.
I don't know about you, but that's my intention.
Okay, well, she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out a block and tackle.
Punching the air.
And she goes, we can rappel down with this.
You just have that?
She goes, yeah, it came with my starting equipment. We get at the guilds, we get starting equipment when we go out, and we get to pick. And I was like, that looks cool. So I picked it, and I've never had to use it before yet. And I feel like this is a pretty good time, maybe, that it could come in handy, you know?
Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to wrap my head around the fact that you just carried that around with you.
Yeah, well, the pocket dimension makes it weightless, you know? So.
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, until they explode and then it gets really heavy. But
Sure. Let's see what's down there first. I would recommend.
So should I throw the light?
I don't see why not.
Okay. She holds her hand out over the hole and she drops it.
Véres puts a hand on the scythe over his back, just in case.
It drops about 50 feet.
Cool.
Judging by the noise.
The vibes.
Yeah. You look down and it's just illuminating a little 5-foot radius. Make perception checks now that you have light.
Oh boy.
Nope. It's an 11.
15.
17.
Okay. Ivy and Véres, you see some items down there, like kind of strewn about. It looks like there's a book. It looks like there's like a sword belt. Something kind of glimmers off, like right almost out of your eye, like line of eyesight. And Véres, as you rolled the highest, right, Véres?
Yeah, 17.
As you're kind of pulling your vision away out of the corner of your eye, you see what looks like a pair of like legs. Not just like you can't see what you see legs, but you can't see what else is there.
Like on the same level as them or in the hole?
Down the hole. Like when you're looking down the hole. All of this stuff is down the hole.
They nod. They're like, so there's some items down there. And some bodies.
Oh, I guess we're getting closer to something.
Mm-hmm. Have either of you seen dead people before?
No.
No.
Well, we're just getting a whole slew of new experiences today for you both, aren't we? And start setting up your block and tackle.
I think as Véres is setting up the block and tackle, you can make a strength check, by the way, to see how well you can kind of hammer in the spikes and get everything set up like sturdy.
Sure, don't mind if I do. 18.
Yeah, so you're pretty confident that you pick some good places in the dirt that are really packed to kind of hammer this in so that it'll hold the weight as you go down. Essentially, someone's going to have to stay at the top and one person can rappel down at a time. So who wants to go first?
Boy, he goes, so I don't want you to see dead people, and there's definitely a body down there, at least. But with these things, you have to go down one at a time, right?
Yeah, and in theory, the person at the top is gonna have to like be the anchor and help the other person rappel down, and then kind of rappel down using their strength.
Are either of you very strong?
Of spirit.
Of mind.
So we're in a dilemma then.
I mean, I can go first. We're all gonna go down, so whatever's down there, we're all gonna see it anyway. It's not like you were gonna go down and like cover up whatever's down there, right?
They're like, I was sort of hoping to.
Oh.
I think I would be better suited as the anchor at top.
Okay.
I guess just to the two of you.
Ivy, I can go.
Honestly, if we're going to be like brutally honest here, we're probably going to see more dead bodies in the future. Might as well just start tonight.
Okay. I guess.
And Véres is like, just don't stare at it.
I wasn't planning on it.
Look around first and then take it in.
I was planning on like not really looking at it to begin with. I was just going to vibe with it being there.
They shrug. They're like, I just know it's like watching a train wreck. It's hard to look away.
Elara is very deftly tying like a hip harness of rope to her hips. And she goes, okay, I made it loose so we can all just kind of slip into it. Who's going first? And she looks at Ivy again.
Sure, I can go first if that's...
I mean, I can go first too. I just didn't know if you were like, you really wanted to go first.
I don't really care either way.
Okay.
So I'm honestly, if we're going to be really honest, it's probably going to be Bia that's going first. Considering Bia can just kind of fly down there.
Can we just send her down there to like look first?
Sure.
Why don't we do that? I mean, just to be like extra careful,
Sure. Yeah. And you watch as again Ivy's eyes glaze over a little bit and Bia flies down.
Make a perception check, Bia. Let's see what Bia sees.
Dirty 20.
Nice. So Bia flies down and Bia sees that there is indeed a body down there. And she sees some articles of, of people's what looks like personal belongings strewn about. And she sees another pathway, like another tunnel.
So Ivy kind of relays all that.
Elara walks to the edge of the hole after she's attached the rest of the ropes to each other. And she's like, okay, I'm going to rappel down. Just don't let me fall.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, well, I hope you wouldn't dream of it. Why would you dream of dropping me down the hole? Unless you wanted to drop me down a hole, but just don't drop me.
Laura, I would not drop you down the hole. Don't worry about it.
Okay. She goes down.
They hold on to their rope.
Okay, make a strength check. Will Laura need to make a check, you think? Like a dex?
Dex.
Dex.
Or risk losing her footing and smacking her face into the side of the wall.
That's a 17.
It's 18.
Véres, you hold the rope. Elara quickly and carefully makes her way down. She shimmies out of the harness and tugs on it twice, letting you know that she's out of it. And she's gonna look over and actually see the body now. And she goes, "Oh my god!" And you hear her voice kind of echoing up the.
Yeah, he pulls the rope up and he's just like, Elara, shh.
Sorry. And she runs over to the body.
Yeah, make a medicine check.
18.
Yeah, so I think that you can tell fairly easily that this person is no longer alive and hasn't been for some time.
Okay, so I guess she checks him over, makes sure he's dead, and she closes his eyes, and she kind of walks back over to the hole, and she goes, he's definitely dead. Can you come down now?
Yeah, and Véres is gonna help Ivy get strapped in.
All right, let's go.
All right.
So a strength and a dex.
Even better.
Even better.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Ivy? Oh god.
Did you smack?
What'd you get?
4.
So Véres, I think you...
How does Ivy eat shit?
I think that you set up, you kind of plant your feet and you kind of brace, in a squatting position to kind of hold the rope. Not a squatting position, but you kind of do whatever that motion is. And Ivy, you start to rappel down, and as soon as you let go and you kind of lean into it, you freak out. Your body just freaks out, and you kind of slip and lose your footing. You go to grab at the rope, you flip backwards, and you're able to kind of bend your legs and keep yourself held in the harness, but you do smack the back of your head onto the wall. And you do take...
No. Aww.
You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, good.
As you bang your head on the wall. And you can either try to right yourself, or you can just be lowered upside down. It's up to you.
She's gonna be lowered. She's just oh, fuck.
That sounded like it hurt.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to lower you.
Thank you.
He just starts slowly lowering her down, so she doesn't whack her head off the bottom.
So Ivy, you put your arms out and you just kind of
slink to the ground.
Are you okay?
I'm all right.
Okay, Véres.
He pulls the rope back up. I think he has a harness on already, so he's just gonna loop the rope in and lower himself down.
Okay, make a strength check.
That's 21.
Yeah, so you gracefully, like a cat, just like Dusty said, make your way down. Is Ivy still laying on the floor in the dirt?
She's getting up as Véres lands.
Taking a little nap.
You just see him rappel down effortlessly. What does he see when he gets down?
Make perception checks, everyone, now that we're down here.
That is a 15.
16.
So you see lots of things strewn about. You see another body off by the wall, on the other side of the pile of things, with their leg kind of mangled. There are drag marks that are leading towards the other tunnel. There's fresh blood splatter leading that way.
I think Ivy is just staring at the body.
He's definitely dead.
Are we all right to keep moving?
Yeah. Okay, so you all want to go down the next tunnel?
Fuck yeah, we do. But stealthily, please.
We want to stealth down that tunnel. That's a 19.
Elara got a 15.
That is a 15 as well.
Okay, you walk down this pathway, and it's a narrow pathway, about 20 feet long, but it kind of curves to the left. And as you come out, you are emptied out into another room, smaller, also circular, same kind of construction. You look up and there is also a hole. You see more belongings strewn about. And also on the floor, you see the body of who you know to be Jeffrey on the ground, unconscious, amongst these piles of people's things.
Do we see any other paths?
Yeah, there's another tunnel on the other side of you, like opposite where you're standing.
Awesome.
Okay, Elara's gonna make a medicine check on Jeffrey. That's a lucky 13 on her medicine check. And as she gets closer, she sees that like the bone is sticking out of his arm. So I think she immediately takes off one of her belts and she's gonna tie off the arm to try to make it turn again. And I guess after she finishes doing that, she looks up and she goes, he's stable, but we should probably get him out of here.
I'm not sure how we're going to get him out of here without jostling him.
I think one of us will have to like harness ourselves with him to kind of like support him.
And support that arm.
Oh. Well, maybe we can find something to like, to support it and stabilize it, you know? Like a piece of like wood or something, you know, something sturdy that we can like tie his arm to so that it won't move.
Yes, he's gonna look around.
Ivy is just going to keep an eye on the tunnel.
Roll a perception check.
17?
Ivy, you see the fresh blood and the drag marks, but other than that, it's quiet right now.
15.
For investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Véres, you begin to look through all of these kind of piles of things, and it doesn't take much time. You actually find like a wooden walking cane that you think could be used to stabilize the arm.
I think he like holds it up to Elara and is like, will this work?
Yeah.
And he hands it over to her.
And she'll take it and she'll kind of position it. Okay, I'm gonna hold his arm steady. Can you try to like tie it off?
Sure. Until like get to work right away with helping Elara with that. Alright, we can't stay here. We need to leave.
We should hurry. There's fresh blood and more drag marks going that way.
Ivy, it is about at this time. You look down the path and you can swear that you see like a shadow kind of cross, and you hear what can only be described as like a scuffle and then like a smacking sound, and it sounds like something hissing, and then another smack, a hiss, and then a growl.
So I'm hearing some really weird shit down there.
Okay.
She's like, I hear smacking and growling and hissing.
Elara's gonna make a perception check. She got a 12. She goes, I don't hear anything. And Ivy, you hear again. You hear some movement and then like another hissing sound.
There's movement and hissing down there. I think that fucker's down there. The fucker that hissed at me.
Alright, well, don't go running off down there.
Do you see me moving?
I think Véres is gonna move to one side of the path and like pull the scythe out. I'm gonna get him to hold an action. He pokes his head in.
Make a perception check.
He's gonna lose his head. It's 17.
So you look down and it looks like it's about 15-foot long pathway, and you see that there's a light and it looks like it opens up into another room. And as you get closer and as you peer your head around, you hear as well. You hear like a hiss and then like a slapping sound. And then another hiss and another slap.
Véres looks very confused and disturbed.
Do you see what I mean?
I have no idea what that is.
It's weird. It's what it is.
You're standing in the doorway. You hear this thudding sound, and then very rapidly you hear what sounds like something being dragged pretty quickly in your direction. And Ivy, you're looking down the hall, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see about the size of a human head, what looks like a translucent jellyfish-like creature. And it has these very long tendrils, and the tendrils are wrapped around a body. It has a tendril wrapped around the neck and then two wrapped around like underneath arms, and it's dragging this body, dashing towards you. And behind it, you see another one of these jellyfish creatures charging towards this creature that's dragging the body.
Thanks so much for listening. We're incredibly grateful for the love and support.
And P.S., if you want more content, check out our Patreon for free clips, bonus scenes, and if you join the Red Rogues, you'll get access to the Rainbow Dice Club chat and after show where we talk about past episodes.
If you're enjoying the show, please consider leaving us a 5-star review and tell your friends about us.
Special thanks to our Green Fiend Patreon supporters, Jen Bear and Michael.
And with that, our story pause is here for today. Join us next time as we continue our adventures, and remember, it's never too late to start your own.
Bye! Yeah. I'm going to segue over to Véres and Bia.
Just like that. Yeah, it's a banana, Michael. What can it cost? $3?
That is Ivy's whole ish.
Yeah, it is. It literally is. Okay. If you guys put in Owlbear, will it like just load the thing? Or
Why? Why do you think it would?
I don't know, because I can't get it to I can't get
Why
Discord
do you
to
think
work.
Owlbear is just like, these three gayos? Yep, they need to be together.
Doesn't it know by now where we want to be?
These 3 Fruit Loops. Véres is heading back towards that break room.
Say it again without moving your potato chips, please.
Sorry.
Potato chips.
My potatoes.
Potatoes.
Diddly dee potatoes.
Potatoes.
I want my potatoes.
Potato.
I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
Ate it. You ate it.
I ate it. You make your way back to, I don't know why I have to keep saying make your way.
Making my way.
You stick those tools in and you jiggle them around. You take your thieves' tools and you fit them into the lock and you do that thing that you do so well, I guess. Why is it sounding weird every time I say it? You picked the lock.
You're laughing.
Stop making it sexual, Ari.
Dusty looked up at me like, what? I think what I'll say is that you went away.
Bye.
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 Véres jumps down gracefully, like a lithe cat.
He jumps 50
He's
feet.
superhero
50 feet.
poses.
He breaks his legs.
He breaks his leg.
He jumps, he swan dives, flips in the air, and superhero poses.
No, I love it. Ivy takes out her staff.
Yeah, right. She breaks
Out of
her
her
snaps
ass.
it in
She
two.
goes, good fucking riddance.
These mole people be fucking.
Every part of the animal, I guess.
These mole people be fucking sucking the way through. No, I'm kidding.
Way through the catacombs.
Getting fancy in this bitch.
We're getting murdered in this bitch.
It's getting murdered in here.
So take off all your clothes.
So be so sneaky, stealth. So stealth.
Here I am getting so stealthy. I'm gonna hide in a shadow.
You sing it. Preach.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I got.
I sang it. I did it. Oh God!
Be
Please
slanging
don't
that
crash.
song around.
I would love to send you guys the Owlbear link, but it just crashed.
Oh, it's like Sweeney Todd.
What is Sweeney Todd?
She doesn't say that.
Okay.
It's a play.
I know it's a play.
It's a play. It's a play.
It literally
It's
is a
an
play.
literally is
Arctic
a play.
play.